Hey guys, we are back today with a Q&A, and we're just going to be answering some questions, some that we get on YouTube, some that we get on Instagram, and a couple more just so you can get to know us a little bit better. So question number 1 is, what are the names of your pets? So we have Oregon, Idaho, and Michigan. And question number 2, how did you come up with their names? So I get asked this actually a fair bit. This is something that I've been doing for quite a long time. So I think when I was 19 or 20, my husband bought me a Netherland dwarf rabbit. So I had an indoor rabbit, and I ended up naming him Washington, and that sort of started the American states for me. So shortly after Washington, I got a mouse, which I called Wyoming. And then the 3 boys now, but basically it's just my thing. Whenever I get a small animal, I just name them after an American state, and it'll probably continue until I've used every state. So for quite a while, I guess. Question number 3, do they have any nicknames? So they don't really have nicknames as such. It's more that like I'm Australian, and Australians shorten everything. So Oregon, we call him Ori. Michigan, we call him Mimi. Idaho, we call him Heidi. He does sort of have a nickname because I call him Heidi Hody sometimes as well. Question number 4, how old are your pets? So I adopted the boys on the 15th of the 4th, 2018. Sorry, in Australia, that's the 15th of April, 2018. And then they were about 5 to 6 weeks old, I was told. So basically, their birthday would work out to be around the 1st of March. So I know I have previously gotten it wrong on videos. I obviously can't count months, but they will be 1 year old on March the 1st this year. Question number 5 I get is, what breed are your pets? So I can never say it properly, but the boys are Abyssinian cross Peruvian, I think it is. I'd be interested to see how their coats change as they get a little bit older. Idaho has the longest coat. His coat is quite long in the back, and he's got a little mohawk. Michigan's is sort of in the middle, and Oregon has the shortest hair. So anyway, that's what they are. Question number 6, how did you get them? So I actually have a video on this, which I'll link now, of the day I picked them up. But I found them on Gumtree. Their photo was so sweet. They were in a little wheelbarrow. I mean, it wasn't that sweet. It was kind of horrible, but there was, I think, 10 of them in a wheelbarrow. And I saw them, and it was just it for me. So basically they came from a petting zoo, and it was really, really horrible. I talk about it a little bit more in the video, but basically there was about 15 of them in a cage that was the size of like a 1x1 CNC cage. It was disgusting, absolutely disgusting. And the worst thing was that they had like 2 walls of cages. So there was at least like between 40 and 50 cages that had, I'm assuming, the same amount in them. They were 5 to 6 weeks old when I got them. And the people that I got them from had said that they'd already been on jobs, which is also ridiculous. So I'm really glad to have been able to give them the opportunity in the life that they have now. Question number 7 is, what are their favourite foods? So this is sort of ever-changing, but at the moment, Michigan's favourite food is carrot, and he does love kale. Oregon's favourite food is kale, and at the moment he's loving grapes. And then Idaho has a couple favourites. So his favourites at the moment are tomatoes, blueberries, and grapes. He's more of like a sweet tooth, so Idaho loves like fruit, whereas Michigan and Oregon more like vegetables. But they don't mind fruit either. Question number 8, what made you get guinea pigs? I'll try and make this not such a long story, but as you already know, I have 2 Italian greyhounds, and basically we're in a time in our life where I was like, I really would love another pet. Like, I've got the time for them, and the finances and all that, so that was basically what I was going to do, and I wasn't sure what sort of pet I was going to get. I did initially want a rabbit because I have previously had an indoor rabbit, but because we have greyhounds, I was like, oh, I don't think that's such a great idea, tempting them with a rabbit inside the house. So I researched for a couple months. I ended up finding, well, I actually was already subscribed to a couple of guinea pig channels, and I decided that if I can't get a rabbit, then I'd get a guinea pig. They're nothing alike at all, but that's just how I made the connection. So I spent about 6 months researching before I got them. I wanted to make sure that it was definitely what I wanted, that I had the time, the patience, that I had the ability, that I knew enough about them, which I highly recommend. If you're going to get guinea pigs, you need to do the research. I mean, they're living creatures. They're not disposable. Like, if you're going to get them, you have to be prepared to have them for 6, 7+ years. So we did that, 6 months research at least, and I made the decision to get guinea pigs. Question number 9. What are their personalities like? So they're similar, but they're all pretty different. So Oregon is quite shy, but he's also really bossy. He loves to boss the other two around, but they sort of just don't care for it. He's also really moody. So sometimes he loves you and he wants all the pats. Sometimes he hates everybody and he doesn't want you to go anywhere near him. But he's just the cutest little thing. He's so cheeky. And then we have Idaho. So Idaho is so funny. He pretends that he doesn't like anybody, but he just really loves to be loved. He wants to be everyone's friends. He loves getting pats. He just loves people. He's really cute. He has a really sensitive side, and he's kind of shy, but he is definitely coming out of his shell as he gets older. And then we have Michigan. Michigan is crazy. He doesn't care about anything. He'll go anywhere. He'll play with anyone. He'll smell everything. But he loves a nap. He will lay down anywhere, and he falls asleep so quickly. Like, he'll be standing 1 minute and then is laying down with his eyes closed the next. But all of their personalities work really well together overall. They balance each other out really well. And I think it's because none of them are really overpowering. They all have pretty mellow personalities, and they all get along really well, which is really, really good for me to see. And then the last question number 10. Do you want more guinea pigs? Now, I've talked about this in a previous video. I do 100% want more guinea pigs. That's mostly the reason why I upgraded the cage to be so large, is I really, really want a herd of boys. It's not done very often, and there are a few reasons why it's not done very often, because they generally don't tend to get along as well as girls do, or well, that's what people say anyway. But I sort of want to break that stereotype. I've seen people that have like 4 boys together, and I've spoken to a heap of people about it, and basically the consensus was if they all have similar or calm personalities and you have a large area, that it is more than doable. So ideally, I think the number for us will be 5. So we'll cap it around at 5 guinea pigs. I'm not sure when. I want to wait till there is an opportunity for me to adopt them or rescue them, and then that'll make us a solid 5. But yeah, that's everything from us. We hope you enjoyed it and you learned a little bit more about us, and we hope you all have a good day. Bye.